Fellow Toastmasters, and welcome to Club TV Toastmasters 9523. I'd like to welcome everyone here this evening. We have a short meeting this evening, but it usually is a lot of fun. I would like to welcome our guest. We have Chris Tehan, who is our guest, and running our camera. We have guest Dwight Perry, Nathan Perry, and Kenny Perry. This is the Perry show tonight. We will start off with the Toastmaster, and I've known her all my life. She's a great person. Let's welcome Carol Kormelink, Toastmaster. And also I am doing double duty tonight. You have an agenda that tells you what we are going to be doing. We have word power, where we learn new words and try to use them, increase our vocabulary, and the challenge is when you come to the lectern that you use that tonight in your word. The word of the day is amorphous, which means that it's having no determinate form or irregular shape, formless, or unorganized and characterless. And some of the ways that you might use that in a sentence if you haven't heard of amorphous. The lady's amorphous relationship with her gardener remained a secret affair for a long time. And an amorphous sort of conversation going on between his eyes and those of his secretary. Or you could have an amorphous personality. Or time is amorphous. It's invisible. So some of the more easily understood definitions are shapeless, undefined, or vague. So use amorphous when you come to the lectern. I will also be counting the ahs and ums, those killer filler words that add nothing to the conversation and detract from it. So I will be counting those as the grammarian and the use of good grammar and poor grammar, and if you use some great words.
Thank you very much. And now for our next speaker, Stanley Glitchner.
Speaking in public doesn't have to be a death sentence. At Toastmasters, we can help you overcome your fears.
Speaker this evening, our only speaker this evening, is our director, Sheila Mudd Baker, and she will be speaking. We have a manual called a Competent Communication Manual that has 10 projects, and she is doing project number 5 called Your Body Speaks. And the title of her speech is Sissies Need Not Apply. So welcome, give a welcome to Sheila Mudd Baker, Sissies Need Not Apply.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. As I approach old age, as we all approach old age, because if we're over the age of birth, we are somehow approaching old age. As I approach old age, I remember that phrase, old age is not for sissies. And I've been thinking about that. When I was in my 20s, I looked at my parents and said, they're old people. They have aches, they have pains, they have wrinkles, they have gray hair, or in my father's case, no hair. They are old, you know, soon they'll be losing their teeth, then they won't be able to feed themselves, and they're old. They were younger then than I am now. So I started thinking about this the other day. What would I need to do to have a really great old age? Well, first, I better have enough money to feed myself, so I guess I'm going to have to work. I hate that, but, you know, might as well find a job I really like and work at it. Secondly, I need to be in better physical shape than I am. If I don't want to be slowed down with aches and pains, I need to get physical. I need to exercise every day, walk, run, lift weights, do what I need to do. I need also to watch what I eat to make sure that I am eating a balanced, healthy diet. Well, you say, so what? I'm 25 and I have a balanced, healthy diet and I'm very physical. Don't worry, once you have kids, you'll be so busy you'll forget. You'll start popping Pop-Tarts for breakfast and stopping going to the gym because all you can think of is, I've got to get through the workday. I have to get the kids to soccer. No matter what, if you intend to reach old age and be able to have a life, you're going to have to start thinking about what you need to do to get ready for your old age. So you need to start taking care of yourself. It's just like that idea of putting the mask over your face in a plane. Put a mask on yourself first, and then put it on your child or the person with you. So that take care of yourself so you can take care of others. Because under all likelihood, your children are going to be 25, 30 years old and still living at home. Do you think they won't? Don't worry, they'll come and visit you. They always do. So you have to work and continue working. And most people can expect to be working into their 70s easily. A lot of people want to work and will work into their 80s and maybe even into their 90s. It is my goal to work until I'm 100. Of course, I'm an actor, so it's a little easier being an actor and working to 100 than being, let's say, a day laborer and working to 100. So I want to be physically active, I want to work, I want to eat well, but those are only parts of what. Why would I want to live to be 100? Well, I want to be intellectually stimulated, or otherwise I won't care. I mean, what's the use of living if everything is exactly the same? I want to have an emotional life too. I want to have friends and relatives around me. And if they aren't there, then I had to make some more new friends. Then I have to adopt some relatives if I don't have any. No matter what, I have to do things to make my old age better. So, besides doing deep knee bends, which I'm not very good at, and lifting weights, I need to exercise my emotional muscles too. I mean, I really have to think hard about what it is I want in my old age. And what I really want to look like is 40 at 100. And if that's possible, well, it means that they transplant a new body and face and put my old brain inside. I want to be able to hold a conversation with someone who's 30 years old. Maybe not someone who's 16 years old, because I sometimes don't want to talk to them right now. But I want to be able to hold a conversation with another adult or even a small child and have both of us enjoy it. I want to be able to work. I want to have fun. So, if you want to live to a ripe old age, I think you better do the same things that I'm thinking about right now. Get in good physical shape. Start exercising that brain as hard as you can. Have fun. Have love and relationships in your family and in your friends. And I forgot that one most important thing is have a positive attitude. You can be a crotchety young person, but if you're a crotchety old person, nobody will like you. So be nice and have a great life. Thank you, Ms. Toastmaster.
Could you come up with 3 table topics?
I'd like to begin tonight with a little joke. This guy, he's a farmer, and he says, hey, hello, sorry. But seriously, folks.
Speaking in public is no joke.
Farmer says, doctor says, chicken says...
For help, call Toastmasters, the public speaking support group.
The chicken...
But we're going to do table topics, and I will explain that while she's doing that. Table topics is the opportunity to listen, think, and then speak. And I have never had a filtered thought. Whatever I'm thinking comes right out. Well, you want to be able to think, and sometimes you don't have to say what's on your mind. So in the table topics, you have a question, not if you're choosing, And we ask you to come up, and you have 1 to 2 minutes. And Mary down here has the time, and she will show a green card when it gets to 1, and a yellow card when it's 1.5 minutes, and the red card at 2. When you see the green card, if you want to stop, that's fine. And if you can't even think of anything, if you don't only come up for 10, 15 seconds, that's okay too. But Sheila is going to be giving us the table topics, and we will be asking our guests to come up and for 1 to 2 minutes be thinking on their feet and jumping right in. And if you want to learn how to swim, you get in the water and swim. And so this is getting in the water and swimming. Let's welcome Sheila Mudd Baker. And here's the name of the new
Okay,
picker.
so thank you very much, Carol. I have questions, and Carol's going to take Mary Arm's place as a timer because the but not immediately. But I want you to know that everybody here is fair game. So I will start with Dean Wagers. And Dean, what is the best thing you have done in the last 12 months, and why was it the best thing?
Thank you. What was the best thing I did in the past 12 months, and why? I came out of the cave. I came out of the cave to get myself back into the environment of work, into the marketplace. I was laid off. As you can see, I'm probably in my mid-50s, a white Caucasian, and in this time, in this era in our nation, I find myself gradually becoming a minority. Your speech was right on. We all become older. From the moment we're born, every breath is one more breath closer to death. So I came out of my cave, I got onto LinkedIn, I learned how to use social media to put my cyber footprint out there. So if you go Google Dean Wagers today, you'll find me. Before that, you couldn't have found me. So then you can find out what my work experience is, you can find out what my likes are, my dislikes, and that's the best thing I've done in the past 12 months.
Great, Dean. I'll be Facebooking you soon. I hope you also tweet. I'm looking forward to to communicating with you. In the last 12 months, what's the best book you've read? Mary Arms, and why? But you know it.
I know. Well, the best book I have read is The Help. Fantastic book. I'm going to go see the movie hopefully this weekend. The book, you've got to read this book. You've got to read it. You'll end up reading it out loud, which I did. I think I read half the book out loud. My cat thinks I'm nuts, but I read the thing out loud. But I think that is the best book I've read. And I'm done.
What is the best movie or game you came in contact with during the last year? Shankar?
Thanks, Sheila. Well, what is the best game I came in contact with in the last 1 year is, I would say, being from India, which is obvious. It's cricket. I played cricket in the last 2 months after a 10-year gap, and it actually took me back to my childhood. So it was so great to play with totally different friends. I recently moved to Cincinnati, so all these are new friends to me. So I was playing cricket after a long time. I would say cricket was my best thing in the 12 months. Thank you.
And the best movie that you saw this year. Chris.
Thank you. I think the best movie that I've seen in the past 12 months is probably one of the only movies I've seen in the past 12 months, because we have a 2-year-old at home, so we don't get a chance to view many movies, but it was True Grit, as a remake of the John Wayne classic, and with Jeff Bridges, and I thought that Jeff Bridges was an excellent actor in that, and also I don't know the name of the girl who played the daughter, but she was a fantastic actor as well. So that was the best movie that I've seen in the last 12 months, because it's probably the only movie I've seen in the last 12 months. So, thank you.
Of all the things you've done this year, what did you like the best, Carol Kormelink?
Oh, thank you, Madam Topics Master. And it was not amorphous, it was wonderful. Last Thursday, I was sailing on Lake Erie. It was a perfect day in perfect weather with the perfect boating companions. Had the most wonderful time. I know nothing about sailing. I said about the ropes, there aren't ropes on the boat. That's what the raw material, and each rope has a name depending on what it does. There's sheets and there's lines and there's halyards. So if they want you to raise a sail and you're doing the wrong rope, you're doing a line instead of a halyard or something, you could be in trouble. But it was great, and we were sailing right into the wind, and I learned you can't sail into the wind. You're not going to get anywhere. But you do something called tacking, where the boat goes sideways and you move forward by going sideways. You catch the wind, and then the sail whips over to the other side, and you go forward a little bit that way. And it was just the most wonderful day that I had for a long time. And I really enjoyed sailing on Lake Erie.
All the education in the world won't help you get ahead in life if you can't express your ideas effectively. Every day, competition for advancement gets tougher and tougher. You need an edge. A Toastmasters club can give you that edge. A low-cost learning experience for men and women. Toastmasters gives you the confidence to express your ideas to anyone. Get the Toastmasters edge.
We now come to the portion of the meeting where we get help on our presentation on what we did well, what we could do better. And to head that part of the meeting, our general evaluator today is Dean Wagers. Let us welcome Dean to the lectern.
Thank you. Want me to do the general evaluation? I've been in Toastmasters before. Have had the privilege of being the VP of PR, of education, and I've fulfilled many roles several times. So I know exactly what it's like to be a Toastmaster and struggle to get people to do roles. So Carol has done a wonderful job of bringing a few people together to have a meeting. So I congratulate you on that. Would you like me to do the evaluation next?
Yes.
Sheila did a wonderful job on speech number 5, Your Body Speaks. I did not know that she was an actor. So I paid attention to that, and it was very fluid. She didn't have any problems flowing all the way through her speech. She had great eye contact with everyone. She did a wonderful job with facial expressions. She actually moved from one side of the stage to the other a couple of times. But then she kind of lost the movement, and she came over here and stayed. So that would be the only criticism that I really have. to encourage you to continue to utilize the stage all the way through, if you can. I thought the subject was great. The subject is age appropriate for anyone that has half a brain, because we're all going to continue to live on until we die. She said she wanted to live to be 100. I would like to live to be 120. There's a story in the Bible of Moses who lived to be 120. He had sharp eyesight, he had full vitality. And if you have the faith for it, I think that we can do that too. The meeting went very well. What else am I supposed to evaluate? And now it's time for the reports. The all-counter grammarian report. Carol.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and our most welcome guests, and those viewing from home. The all-counter grammarian report, I didn't hear many ahs, and I really forgot that I was doing the ahs tonight with doing 3 or 4 other jobs.
I had 5 or 6.
Yes, when you came up, you had a few, and I'm going, oh yes, I'm supposed to be counting the ahs. So I did hear a few from you, but for a first time up here in front of the cameras and answering the topic, not of you choosing and speaking off the top of your head, that was very good. I didn't hear too many amorphous. I used it a few times. I was glad to have the guests. Normally we give guests the choice of whether or not they want to come up, but I've decided you're coming to learn how to overcome your fear of public speaking, and you do that by getting up and speaking in public. So I really appreciate everyone for participating tonight, and remember to use amorphous in your next speech. Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Carol. Next, Mary, are you ready for the timer report? Great.
Might be kind of off one,
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, everyone, here it goes. I put together on the word the word of the day and the report that you gave about 1 minute and 20 seconds, Carol. Now on Tabletopics, Dean, you're 1 minute and 12 seconds. Me, I don't want to talk about it. 32 seconds. That's bad. Shaka, is that? Shaka. Yeah, okay. You were 38 seconds, so you beat me by a few seconds. Chris, you were 38 seconds. And Carol, 1 minute and 7 seconds. In the speaking of the speakers, Sheila, you were 5 minutes and 34 seconds. In evaluation, Dean, you were 1 minute and 35 seconds. And in the evaluations, Junior Evaluator, I timed you on that, you're about 40 seconds. And thank you very much.
Thank you, timer. Mary. And now, we're ready for the Toastmaster comments. Carol.
Well, you can do your general evaluation comments about the meeting and then turn back. I didn't make that clear.
I kind of already sort of did that, didn't I?
Did you?
I did it before I did my evaluation, which was completely out of order. So it's been a
okay.
while since I've done the general evaluator. Next time I'll be
It
better.
all comes out okay. Okay, thank you very much, Dean, for handling that role, both of them tonight. Then I like to get the comments from the guest on what they thought of the meeting. This is not a normal meeting, but for a sort of put together and double duty meeting. You'll give us your impression because you've been to another meeting. So let's hear from Chris first.
Come up here?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. It was certainly an interesting meeting. It was different than the other one I attended in that the number was much smaller. But it is different in the case that there wasn't cameras at the other meeting. So I wasn't expecting that when I came in, and I look forward to attending more. I need to do the membership and stop being a guest, but actually come and start to be a participation in the meetings. So this one is certainly a lot closer to where I live, so it's something that's going to be better fit for me. And I'm also doing another one that's around here as well, but these are better fits for me. So I thought the meeting was good. It's obviously very short and very to the point, but hopefully next time there's more members here to better do the meeting.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you.
We would welcome you as a member. And if, I always mess up on Indian names because they accent a different syllable. Shankar. Shankar. Let's hear from Shankar.
Thank you. Chris kind of summarized my thoughts, except that I don't live in Addison. I live in Cincinnati downtown, but I really don't mind traveling this far every week if it's held, or once in a month. I don't know your usual timings, but I'd love to be here, and I kind of instantly like this group. It is very diverse, and I kind of like being here, I guess, on day one itself. And when I just walked in, like Sheila started her speech, and it was wonderful. I've never been in front of cameras, and also it's a nice podium for us to practice, so I just love it.
Very good. Thank you very much, Shankar.
Thank you.
We hope you come back. And I don't know if our camera people would like to come up and say what they thought of the meeting. Dwight, are you game? Dwight is my nephew, so he's got a little pressure on him to come up here. Dwight Perry.
Well, I thought it was fun. I had the opportunity to come do this, and I thought, why not? It'd be fun running the camera and seeing what this is all about. I've heard from Carol for a long time, what this is, or what I perceived it is anyway. So I thought, why not? Let's go get a look at it. We'll see what they do behind the scenes. We'll see what happens and how it goes, and make a go of it. So it's been
Would you
great.
want to tell us what your next project is?
What my next project is? Oh, well, I'm not actually sure what my next project is. I'm a stay-home dad as of beginning of this year, after being in construction for almost 3 years, this last time. So I'm enjoying being a stay-home dad. Today my day consisted of getting up and spending an hour at the park by myself, just quiet time. Homeschooling with the 2 little girls, and hanging out with my son through the day today, this afternoon, and went to an appointment with my wife, and had the opportunity to come here this afternoon with my son and with my nephew Kenny, and here I am. So having a great time. What the future brings, I'm not sure. We'll soon see, I suppose.
Thank you for coming and helping us out, Dwight.
You're welcome.
And his wife says he makes a better mom than she did. That the children are actually in the homeschooling, that they're really up better than what she was doing. So I'm quite impressed with Dwight, and he's a good cook too. Nathan, are you game to come up? No? What about Kenny? I didn't hear, what'd you say, Kenny? No? Okay. Well, they're young, so they can decline if they'd like. For the people who are viewing, we meet on the first Thursday of the month at 6 o'clock, and on the third Saturday of the month at 9 o'clock in the morning. And you're welcome to come visit us, see what it's like to be a member of Toastmasters. I was just talking to a person last night at our officer training, and she said she was promoted in her job, and she credits it all with the Toastmaster communication skills that she has learned. And I know many, many stories when one of the ladies at my club, when they were downsized from 18 buyers to 1, and she was the one that they kept, she attributed that to, she credited her Toastmaster skills with being the one that they kept. So it's a great place to learn how to communicate. It's where leaders are made. You can't be a good leader if you don't have good communication skills. And Toastmasters is where leaders are made. I would like to, we do have a sign-up sheet for our next meeting, and I thank everyone for being here, and I will now close the meeting. Meeting adjourned.
What future do you envision for yourself? What dreams do you have? If you want your dreams to come true, you must have confidence in yourself and your abilities. A Toastmasters Club can help you build that confidence. A low-cost learning experience for men and women. Toastmasters shows you how to express yourself clearly and effectively. Make your dreams a reality. Join a Toastmasters Club.